call. So first and foremost, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us. I know that we have 240,000 new team members as of the last 6 days of June. Wow, what a record. What a record-breaking moment for us to be able to build our business by that many new people. But now we're not just about signing people up, we're about developing people. And so we want to teach them how we do it around here. We want to teach them how we build our 100's list. We want to teach them how we party our way to profits. And I couldn't imagine anybody else. Uh-oh. All right, I just muted it. I couldn't imagine anybody else to give more clear wisdom than this group right here, because, guys, somebody is unmuted. Everybody is equally the rights. Please mute yourself, everyone. Please, please. Right. All right, I've muted everyone, but there is somebody that is unmuted. Oh, I can't figure it out. Guys, there's a TV in the background. Can you please mute yourself? Ah, it won't let me mute everybody. There's background noise. I'm so sorry. Oh, no. That's a real disappointment. Oh, no. Turn it on. Here I go. I'm gonna find Bell Mill. Oh, they figured it out, it looks like. All right. Oh, I don't know. Come on, guys. Mute yourselves. All right. I am going to pin my video right now. All right. So let me just say this. I was at a mini boot camp in South Bend, Michigan a month ago, and I was blown away by these two segments. Number one, we had some brand new emerging leaders, and we had some people that have been in for several years, and they know the It Works way. They know our culture. And after those two panels, I could not text them fast enough and said, oh my gosh, I have to put you on a Zoom and allow our company to learn from you. It was an incredible moment, both panels. Now, the whole day was phenomenal, but these two segments blew my mind. The emerging new movers and shakers, they were sharing so many practices that were incredible for business building strategies. And then, uh-oh. Okay, they were doing so many. Guys, I don't even know what to do to make the background noise stop.
Tammy, it looks like a gal by the name of B. Mel is on right now that does not have her mute on.
Well, I just removed her actually, so she's removed.
She is still on.
I know. What do I do?
Hey, B, can you hear us and mute yourself, please?
Wow, frustrating. Sometimes every time I hit mute, they're not muting. I'm looking for Sam right now because apparently she's got the background noise now. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't even know what to do. It's better. All right. Maybe we're doing okay. Okay.
Good.
Okay. All right. So without further ado, I want to announce both the gals who were a huge instrumental part of these segments, Valerie Delinsky and Lori. I am so excited that you guys are, I'm just thrilled that you guys are both willing to do tonight's thing with us. I know that you have busy schedules. I know your team is exploding, especially after the promotion at the end of June. And yet you all made it a priority to be here tonight. And we're going to benefit so much by having you all do this. And so I am not the reason we're doing tonight's Zoom. I just put it together. Listen, teachers know this. They know how to put the right people in the spotlight. And Val and Lori, not only do I want to hear about your story, I want you to share with the world your story up to this point with It Works. I want you to both introduce your panels and take it away, just like you did on stage for our mini boot camp in South Bend, Indiana. You guys blew my mind. I'm still reeling from all the tips and tricks you guys were teaching us, the boom, the energy, the enthusiasm you brought to the stage that day. And I know our 240,000 new family members that joined us at the end of June are going to be better because of our Zoom tonight. So I'm going to let you take it away. How about that?
Woo-hoo! Well, thank you so much, Cammie Dempsey. Nothing like putting a little pressure on somebody when you say 240,000 new people. Ah! Oh my goodness. I am honored to be on with you guys tonight. My name is Valerie Dolinsky. I am a presidential diamond with It Works. And a little bit about my story is I'm a registered nurse. When I had come into It Works, I had just lost my job at a big hospital here in South Bend. And I actually had to get my kids on Medicaid, believe it or not. My son had a heart anomaly and we were broke. And my neighbor had come over and said, "You'd be really good at this." And I said, "No, thank you. I did not go to college for sales. I went to be a nurse." How many of you felt like that? You're not a salesman, nor am I. But after researching the company, finding out they're Christian owned and operated, we have our own medical doctor on staff. I was really impressed with what I was seeing. And I did join in, but I was one of those that kind of drug my feet because I wasn't quite sure what I had my hands on. And I'll tell you what, Cammie, it wasn't until I went to a corporate event 1 year in that my fire was lit. I was on fire I heard so many testimonials. By this time, I had already gotten off my medicine for thyroid problems, and I believed in the product. I think that's a huge thing, is your belief system. So I just jumped in both feet, and ignorance on fire is what I was. I was just sharing with passion. I was so excited about what I had my hands on. I knew this was a gift. I knew in the back of my head that God himself had put this in my life for a reason, and he has blessed us immensely through this company. I'm so honored to be a part of this company. When I joined, some of you may know my story. I never lived in a house with central air with or 2 bathrooms, and just within the last year we were able to build a house with central air and 4 bathrooms. So it's just blessed us in so many ways, not only my health but my wealth. And so many people, the ripple effect that this has on people by sharing this gift is so exciting. So I never think of selling things to people because I truly believe we have our hands on a gift right now. So I am going to go ahead and introduce some of the girls. Well, also my story is, you guys, when I first joined, I didn't know anybody. So I thought, how am I going to do a business like this when I don't have a lot of contacts? I would go to work and come home and hang out with my mom and dad and my kids. And so my story is a little different. I built with cold market. That means people I did not know very well. And actually that was a little bit easier for me because I wasn't emotionally attached to the outcome. So when somebody said no to me, it was like, okay, next. No big deal, right? So you have to have that mentality, and don't take no's personally in this business. You're going to get them. It's just a fact of life. So I'm more of the belly-to-belly person, but I have 2 girls on with me tonight, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves a little bit and share a little bit about their stories. And we're going to go over what we know as the 100's list, okay? This is the most important, the lifeline of your business. And we're going to go over a few things. We're going to try to help you guys understand how to create one and what to do with it. Okay. So first off, I'm going to introduce a double diamond on my team, soon to be triple. And her name is Kelly Thomas. Kelly, are you there?
I'm here. Hey, Val.
Hi, guys. Oh, look, we get both you beauties all on one screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Kelly, I'm just going to have you introduce yourself and tell them how long you've been at the company and what you did prior.
Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Kelly. I'm a double diamond. I joined It Works in October 2014. And prior to It Works, I was just a stay-at-home mom. My baby was 10 months old at the time. We were really, really broke. And network marketing was something that I said I would never in a million years do. But things change when you're broke and you need money. And so I knew Val. She was a family friend of mine. And I could tell that she was having crazy success with this wrap business. And so, funny story, we weren't Facebook friends, but her profile was public. And so I just stalked her for about 6 months to make sure she was going to take this thing seriously and make sure that she wasn't going to just quit. And so finally, you know, something happened. I was just like, okay, like she's really awesome at this. And if I'm going to do this, I want to join someone who's really awesome too. And so I reached out to her. Fast forward 2.5 years, we've paid off thousands of dollars of debt. I get to be the stay-at-home mom that I wanted to be. We are just living life to the fullest now. So excited. Boxing for triple diamond, and life is good, guys.
Oh my gosh, Val, I just have to stop for a minute because I was blown away when Kelly told her story a little bit. Number one, it's not like you're this online guru, right? You're not building your business online like a majority of people would admit that they're building. And yet, Kelly watched you because you let yourself be public and you were consistent with your business over time. Holy moly, we all want a Kelly on our team, so we're doing something right, and we can all learn from that, even those of us that feel like, I'm not an online builder, right? But we can be consistent, we can be positive, we can share what we're a part of, and we can keep our profiles public. I love that.
Oh, I am blessed. Okay, and then also with us tonight, we have Allie. Allie, I'm gonna have you share a little bit about yourself and how long you've been with us.
Okay, I'm Allie. I'm a diamond. I'm boxed in for double diamond. The short version of my story is that I watched the company for 4 years, and I too said that I would never, ever, ever do this. I told Kelly no for 1.5 years, and something changed, and I decided that I wanted to do this. So she was the first person I reached out to, and I said, how do I join your team? And fast forward, I had a corporate job at the time. I was in sales. However, I hated my sales job. I didn't really let anybody know it. It was kind of a secret, and I started to make $500. That was my goal. However, fast forward in December of 2016, I quit my corporate job. In March, I got a $10,000 bonus, and now I'm going for double. So that's the short version. Oh, and I paid off my student loans.
That's what this is all about, you guys. And like I said, when I joined myself, I was on Medicaid, you guys. And when we went 6-figure, I always say money isn't everything, but it's right up there with oxygen. You cannot live without it. And I say, this is a place where you guys can make some gangsta money, but it's legal. You know what I'm saying? Where else can you make this kind of money unless you're the CEO of a huge corporation? It just isn't happening. All you have to do is have a mouth, and your office is your mouth. If it's open, you're open for business. And we are literally just sharing with everybody, and your excitement and passion, it's going to draw them to you. And if you have not watched The Secret, I recommend highly that you watch it, because the law of attraction, what you think about, you bring about. What you're putting out there, you're drawing back to yourself. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with our panel was about the 100's list. And that was, we say this is a lifeline of your business, you guys. This is where you're going to start. When you first start the business, this is one of the very first things we say to do is get your 100's list started. You say, I don't know 100 people. You really do. Every one person knows at least 200 people in their network around them. It's kind of like you're inviting for a wedding or a graduation party or something like that. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start asking Kelly and Allie to share. They're really, really good at this, you guys. So you might want to take notes as to what they're saying, because let me tell you, these girls are on fire right now. They are booming to the top. So we're going to start out with Kelly. Okay, so when you first start your business, Kelly, who did you first reach out to, and how did you contact them?
Okay, I love this question. When I got started, I literally signed up, and you told me that I had to run towards my first 4 loyal customers. And I had never tried a product before, but I was just like so inspired by your testimony with greens and you telling about all the products that I just I couldn't wait to start talking to people. And so I signed up, and then immediately I called my mom and my dad, my 2 sisters, my aunts, my best friends. Basically I called everybody who I knew would support me if I asked them to. And I got them on the phone, and I just said, oh my God, I am so excited, Mom. I just joined It Works Global. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I do know that the products are incredible, and I'm already running towards my first bonus. I'm looking for 4 people to try a product for me for the next 90 days and just give me honest feedback. Will you be one of them? And so I just straight up asked that question. And you guys have to remember that people aren't buying the products, they're not buying the business, they're buying you. And so if you're pumped up about it and you're excited, then they're going to be excited about it. And so that was honestly what I did. I called basically, we call it our chicken noodle soup list. Who would call you, or who would you call if you were sick in bed and you needed somebody to bring you chicken noodle soup. And so for me, that was, of course, my parents and my sisters. But, you know, just reach out to those people, you guys. Call them. Don't text, don't message. I want them to feel the excitement and just, you know, feel your passion about what this is going to do for you, and just ask them for help. Ask them if they will become your first customer so that you can get your first bonus and so that you can have their testimony. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I love that, Kelly. And your excitement in your voice, again, they're wanting to know what you got your hands on, so they're very much intrigued. Okay, Allie, who goes on your 100's list?
Okay, so I love that It Works has things in place that are extremely duplicatable. And the first thing that I have new girls do is to download the memory jogger from eSuite and Document Library. And there's a ton of suggestions on there for people that you know. And some of my favorites are anyone that lives out of state, anyone that you enjoyed working with in the past. Who did you play sports with? Who did you dance with? Who did you cheer with? You know, who did you go to high school with? Who did you go to college with? Who would be good at this? Like, who needs this? Who are your parents' friends, your siblings' friends? Like, it's not just who you know, it's who the people you're close to know. Who's really influential? You know, those are the people that you really want. Anyone that says they don't know 100 people, yes, you do, because I know everyone that plans a wedding invites at least 100 people. So who are you going to invite to your wedding? Who's active in your church? You know, who's a stay-at-home mom or who wants to be a stay-at-home mom? Who do you know that's really health conscious, who works out, who lives and breathes health and wellness? You know, those are the people that you're going to want to put on your list to reach out to. And there's a ton more on that memory jogger too. And I also suggest once you do the memory jogger once, revisit it after a couple of months, because the people that you think of are going to be different.
Absolutely. So Allie, that kind of continues on this. So once you've gone through everybody on your 100's list, how do you keep adding to your list?
Okay, so there's a lot of different ways that people build their business. I kind of do a combination of all of these things. My favorite way is through Facebook. The first thing you want to do is add the people that you are currently friends with on Facebook to your 100's list, especially if they're people that you know really well. I think that's a step that a lot of people forget. They get concentrated on adding new people right off. You already have Facebook friends. Don't forget to reach out to them. And then also, if maybe you've already reached out to all of these people and you're trying to add to your network, then you'll want to go to like business pages or things that interest you. Like if you're really into fashion, go to different boutique pages and you can search through like the likes and the comments for people and go to their page and look at their mutual friends, make sure that they're not friends with any other It Works distributors. But if there's someone that looks like you would want to do business with, I add them. Because they're active on Facebook. If they're liking and commenting on a page, then that means that they're active and they're going to engage with you. And I also want to say quality over quantity when it comes to Facebook. You don't need 5,000 friends. You just need, like 1,000 really good friends that you interact with on a daily basis. The other way that I add to my 100's list is through vendor events. I love, love, love vendor events. And one of the things that I started doing recently was asking them if I can add them on Facebook right then and there, not just getting their contact info, but add them on Facebook right there, and make sure you have a good follow-up system from your vendor events. The other thing, which I did this today, you guys, is blitzing. And you always want to be branded. So like I have an It Works shirt on right now. You guys, that's all I wear is It Works. Your Express shirt is not making you money. Your It Works shirt is. So wear your It Works gear because people will talk to you about it. I went and got my eyebrows done before I got on the Zoom. I hope they look really good. Anyways, I started talking to the girl that was there, and you just want to make sure that you're prepared, that you have green samples and wow samples and wraps on hand with Blitz cards or business cards in your purse. And that you're able just to talk to anyone and everyone that you meet in your daily life, and make sure you're adding them on Facebook and then therefore adding them to your 100's list. Also parties. I know we have a whole segment on parties, but do not forget to have a launch party. That's like step one in this business, is to have a launch party, and get your guest info. Like sometimes your friends bring friends. Don't forget to get their info. Through like a sign-in sheet, or just have them fill out a little card or something.
And then the last thing I want to say is referrals, you guys. Ask your current loyal customers if they know somebody else that would also love these products. And then I also tell them that I'll compensate them for their referral and give them a free wrap or a free facial or samples of greens, something like that. And people love that. So they are more than willing to give you their contacts. So that's what I got on adding.
Oh my gosh, I had to interrupt for a minute, Val, and I'm so sorry. Not trying to steal anybody's thunder, but these girls just blow my mind, and they inspire me. They inspire me to go hand out a Blitz card. They inspire me to find more ways to have a booth at a vendor event. They inspire me to just get outside of my comfort zone. And my question for many of you on this call right now is, when's the last time you did something for the first time? Because at the end of the day, I was more like scared of staying where I was at, not being able to provide the life for my boy Landon, than I was to actually get out there and blitz. And believe me, I was scared of blitzing. I was scared to death of blitzing, but I was more scared of my life never looking different. And that's what propelled me to hand out that Blitz card, to talk to people that crossed my vendor booth, to make the ask for people to have a party for me. And what I love about Kelly and Allie, and I know you guys can all agree with this, and Val, you're the same. You all are very good looking people. You guys are fun, you're enthusiastic, and as much as we all want to find that thing that builds our business quickly, at the end of the day, it takes work. Whether you do the work up front or whether you do the work after you start having a surge, it's going to require work. And what I love about Kelly, Allie, and Val is you all are giving very fundamental building block techniques to building your business. This 100's list idea, I love it. You're going to get married. Who are you going to invite? I would say to you, go pull out your old school yearbooks and look through every single person in your yearbook. Who have you not talked to in that yearbook yet? And then Kelly, I love that you found Val on social media, and yet you're not afraid to build this business belly to belly, because I believe it takes both. We want to stay up with the times, but we got to remember it's all about relationships, authentic relationships. Okay, that's all I got to say. I'm sorry. I'll keep listening.
And you know what I love about that, Cammie? I will tell you, Kelly was a very shy person about a year and a half ago or so. And I seen, when you speak life into your team, you guys, I seen her as a diamond. I envisioned it. I spoke that into that girl, and she was as shy as could be. I kept saying, watch the secret, Kelly. You've got it in you, and you cultivate that. If you don't have it now, you guys, you can get it. That's where personal growth and self-development comes in. It's so important. So that's another little side note. And another side note, I am the same way. I was just at Sephora. I blitzed my girl. I love to start a rapport with people. She was working on my makeup yesterday, and she was complaining about her own skin and breakouts. And as a nurse, I know that comes from internal. And I said, have you ever tried the greens with It Works? She's like, no. Oh, girl, you got to give me your number. I'm going to get you some. People love free samples. Get that one-on-one with people, you guys, because once you're in front of them and they can like see you eye to eye and feel your passion, you are everybody 100% sign up. They're either going to be your loyal customer or your distributor by the time they walk out of there. Ask for the one-on-ones. I'll meet you next week at Panera or Starbucks. I do it all the time. And I give away free green samples. It's no big deal to give away a little something just to get that one-on-one. But okay, now back to our 100's list. I'm really excited about all that stuff. So, okay, so you guys, when you're working off your 100's list, Kelly, we all hear no's, okay? All of us do. You get over it. Kelly, what do you do when you hear somebody say no?
So no does not mean no forever. It just means no, not right now. And so like, I honestly believe, you guys, that every single person on my 100's list, and I say 100's list right now, it's at like 1,000's list or something. I've got like lists all over my house, couple different notebooks, Facebook lists, or not Facebook lists, but like charts of people. Anyways, like I truly believe that just because they're telling me no, like not right now, it just means like they might be ready later. And so like for Allie, I probably asked her to join me, I don't know, five times. I think we kind of like 5 times. And so like, I just really believe that every single person at some point is going to join me either as a customer or a distributor. And so I think in the beginning, it's easy to get discouraged by a no. But you guys just like cut yourself off from the like emotion from that. They're just, you know, they're just saying no, not right now. And I always come back to them. Like we know that people go through major life changes, like every 6 months, I think. And so, you know, I like to revisit those people. I think it's dependent upon like every person, but like maybe every 2 months, or every 3 months, or, and just ask them again, because maybe you might run into your next rock star like Allie, and finally she's ready to join you and she explodes your business.
I love that. Okay, now here's my next question, Allie. How do you help your new DTs contact people? Because I know when you're first coming in, you guys are scared. It's like, I don't even know what to say or how to get started. So, Allie, tell us how you help your new distributors.
Okay, so I love that our team does this. Kelly did it with me first, and it's duplicatable because I now do it with my team. But I have my new distributors send me their top 10, 20, 30 distributors that they have from their 100's list, and people that they want to reach out to. They give me like a couple of things about each person, you know, like for Val, it would be like nurse, mom, you know, just a couple things like outgoing. And then I would put together a message for them to send. And the reason that we do this is because it takes the pressure off the distributor. So if someone says no or they're not interested, like it's like, oh, well, Allie's message didn't work. Like it's not them. And so it keeps them excited, and that helps them not get as discouraged as easily, because I think in the beginning, if you don't have help, then you think that you're doing something wrong. And it's not that's not always the case. Sometimes people just aren't ready or they don't have enough information. And so we help all of our brand new distributors message those people for the first time. And we love screenshots. So even if it's after the first 10 or after the first 20, we have them send us screenshots anytime that they need help or they don't know what to say or they need help with how to phrase something. And that's been really, really, really amazing for our business because it creates layered leadership and it duplicates us. So once I do that with my new girls, then they can do it with their new girls, and it just trickles on down. And it's something that really, really helps build strong leaders. And I would just suggest, you know, if you're brand new, get with your Ruby upline and have them help you do it because they'll know what to say in those situations and know what to say to those potential distributors.
Yeah, can I add in? Cami, when you came to South Bend, it was June 2015. You came in and you taught us how to do this. We were all sitting in the crowd. You're like, get out your phones, send this message to your top 5 people. And it was like this light bulb went off in my mind. I'd never done that. And so that was like a huge shift in my business that month when you taught us how to talk to people and how to respond to people. Because like when I was new, and Val, you guys don't take this wrong, Val gave me all the help in the world. Like it's not that she just abandoned me, but I was so excited that I started messaging potential distributors, and they were like paragraphs and paragraphs of why I wanted them to join my business. And I was like, why aren't people joining me? You know? And so like, I love the fact that now we keep it so simple. Sorry. And it takes all the pressure off. And so like, Cami, that's from you. You changed my business that day. And, you know, now our whole team does it and I love it. And the screenshots, just, you know, helping them respond. It's gold. It's literally gold. If you guys don't do that, start right now.
I love that. I remember that day. That was awesome advice. So, okay, you guys, we're getting close to the end of our segment here. So explain the importance of follow-up, you guys. Tell us how it is so important for the life of your business.
Okay, so you guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. I know you guys have heard that before, but you really, like, I want you to, like, understand how important it really is, because if you do not follow up with people, your success is going to be very limited in the industry, because the majority of network marketers do not follow up. So set yourself apart from everyone else and do the follow-up. If you have to set a reminder in your phone, or you have to have a piece of paper that tells you when to follow up with people, then do that. And my favorite thing actually is when I'm talking to someone, set a time to follow up. So if they get paid on Friday, their name goes in my phone on Friday to contact them. And then that way they know I'm going to follow up with them. And then whenever I do what I say I'm going to do, then that makes me really like reliable, and they know that I'm going to, you know, be there for them and that I take this very seriously. So I just think setting a time to follow up makes it less awkward when you do follow up, because they're expecting you. They know you're going to contact them on Friday or in 2 weeks or next month, whenever. Just make sure you actually do the follow up.
I love that. Thank you guys so much for sharing. I hope you guys took a lot of really good notes. They rock right now. And I will tell you, in conclusion here, you guys have to share this business with everybody. It truly is a gift. We are changing lives. My tip to you is don't ever prejudge. We have doctors and lawyers in this business. We have stay-at-home mommies that were broke. Whether if they're making a 6-figure year income or they were on Medicaid like myself, you know what? It Works can either provide time freedom for those who are already a six-figure a year income, or they can provide financial freedom like it did for me. So don't be afraid to share. I promise you guys, I have people on my team today who say, I can't thank you enough for opening your mouth and sharing this. Because again, all my people were cold market. I didn't even know them. A majority of people on my team right now, which leads me to our next Rockin' Out panel, where I get to introduce this gal on my team. Her name is Lori Bauer. She is also a registered nurse, you guys, and I met her at a Dave Ramsey event that I intentionally signed up for to build my business. Did you notice that? Intentional. You have to be intentional about this business. There's no way around it. I'm always thinking of places to go where I can meet people that are looking for opportunities like this. So be intentional. But Lori, our story is amazing. I know she'll share a little bit about how we came to know each other, but I am honored to have her on the Zoom with us tonight. So Lori Bauer, Double Diamond, I'm going to have you take over and rock out that party panel. Are you on, Lori?
I'm sorry, I was still muted. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Yay.
Oh my gosh, you ladies killed it. That was so exciting. And I took notes, and I just never get enough. Like, I love listening to Kelly, Allie, and you. You guys fill my cup and you inspire me. And that was just awesome. So thank you for the introduction, Val. And my name is Lori Bauer, like she said. And I was just a blessed little girl 4 years ago at that Dave Ramsey seminar that Val had the courage to open her mouth and blitz me that day. So we sat next to each other, and she just started asking me, so what do you do for a living? And I told her that I was a registered nurse. I delivered babies. I have my bachelor's degree, and I had been delivering babies for about 13 years at the time. I was a full-time night shift nurse and a tired one. I am married. I have a little girl. She was 6 at the time. My husband is a firefighter here in South Bend, Indiana, works 24-hour shifts. And we were at the Dave Ramsey event because we were struggling to pay our bills. We were very paycheck to paycheck. We had credit card debt. We had medical debt from our daughter's hospitalizations from asthma. And, here we thought we were living the American dream. However, it was so very, very hard. I met Ryan when I was 16 years old, fell in love young. We built a home. And before I knew it, it's like, goodness, we're working our butts off, working overtime, and just barely making ends meet. And our marriage was very, very on the rocks. So I do give God all the glory for saving my marriage, but I also give It Works Global part of the credit too, because had Val not been an angel that day and shared the opportunity with us, I'm just not even sure where our family would be today. So I've been in a little over 4 years. We have been able to pay off all of our credit card debt, all of our medical debt, and I believe that it truly saved us. So I had been praying for God to show me something different where I wouldn't have to go into the hospital and work overtime hours and Brooklyn not have tears at night that somebody else was putting her to bed, and just gone so much. So I thought, Lord, if you trusted me enough to be a mom, then I should be the one to put her to bed at night, not somebody else. And so I feel like this is truly an answer to prayer. And, when you think, gosh, I'm scared to talk about It Works, or I'm scared to share this with people, just think about my story and think about Val being an angel that day and opening up her heart to me and sharing the gift that she had, because we do have a gift, whether it's health and wellness or whether it's financial freedom. I'm retired from my job as a nurse now, and I just wanted to make an extra $500 a month to pay off credit card debt and medical debt. I never in a million years thought I could be a 6-figure earner from home, and let alone retire. And I'm 42 years old. So my rank is double diamond, and I just think that's just a fancy title for how many people I've helped along the way. And my husband, Ryan, also supports me and does this with me, and he's also a double diamond. So we love what we do, and our goal is to be a full-time family and retire him from the department so that he's home safe with us all the time. So thank you, Val, for sharing It Works with me and having the courage and blitzing me and becoming friends with me. And Val is one of my best friends now, and I love doing business her. She's an incredible business partner. So I was asked tonight to do the party panel. Those of you that are on tonight know me. if you know the personality colors, you'll be like, nurses are usually yellow. And I think I was a yellow at one point, and I still am. However, being paid to party is amazing and fun. Whoop, whoop. Look at this. Paid to party. If you don't have these lap boards, you can get them at the It Works, actually from your website now, from the It Works store. You can get the lap boards. So we are paid to party. My blue comes out. I love to have fun. And I love to party. And honestly, my story is I was, I had no clue. I have no sales background. I only have a nursing background, and I had never done anything from home before. And when Val was like, you know, saying you should do this with me, it'd be great. I'm like, I have no clue what I'm doing. And she's like, just get me in front of your people. Just be excited. Get me in front of your people, and I will do all the work. So that's exactly what I did. Oh my gosh, we partied our way to Diamond in a super quick amount of time. I think I was an executive with 2 people on my team, and like 60 days later, I was a Diamond, and I still don't even know what I did. I just told Val, like, I'm telling everybody like you told me, and they're wanting to hear about it, so she would come and we would party. So we partied our way to Diamond. I love social media. I love building from that, but I still love, my passion is belly to belly. Tiffany Pasick is our upline ambassador Diamond, and she's very passionate about belly to belly as well. And so she kind of instills that into us. And so I'm here to teach you guys my party tricks about building your business quickly. It can get you the most distributors and the most loyal customers in the quickest amount of time by doing parties or sip and samples, if you want to call them that. And I have an amazing panel on with me tonight. And I want to first introduce Lisa Anderson-Callahan, who is a double diamond friend of mine and mentor. And she, actually, we've been on a party panel together, and she has some incredible tips as well. She loves belly to belly. She builds up vendor events and blitzing. So Lisa, are you on?
I am here.
Oh, yay. Okay, Lisa. Do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Absolutely.
You guys, I'm going to mute the line again because it looks like some people have unmuted. All right, so now you have to unmute yourself, Lisa, unless you need my help. I see you right here.
I see. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden.
There, perfect.
Everything went away. So that was weird.
I'm not sure what happens when all of a sudden people unmute themselves and things like that happen, but I'm listening and I'm learning so much.
Excellent. Okay, well, I'm glad to be back. My name's Lisa Anderson-Callahan, and first of all, Cammie, thank you for having us on tonight. This is exciting. Yes, that mini boot camp was amazing. Those panels were awesome, and this team is phenomenal, and wow, what excitement already. I've taken tons of notes. The previous panel was phenomenal. You guys did awesome. I learned so much from everybody, and I love that about this business because we never stop learning. I started actually 7 years ago, just after our ambassador, Tiffany Pasick, started. And actually, Cammie Dempsey was the first one to put a wrap on my tummy. And I loved the results that I saw, and I became a distributor right away. And at the time, I'm a respiratory therapist. I went to college to be a respiratory therapist. And I had 2 jobs, and I had 3 children at home under the age of 18. And single parent and just struggling along. And when I put the wrap on and I saw the difference in my skin and I saw, oh my gosh, you know, who would not want this, right? All women would love this immediately, right? So I decided to become a distributor and started sharing it with people. And my journey has just been incredible over the last 7 years. I have actually left both of my jobs. I am fully retired as well. Have an amazing team of just phenomenal people. My older children are grown and out of the house now. I'm a grandmother now. And, you know, I do this business full time and I absolutely love it. And it has just changed everything from not being able to pay the bills, you know, to when we first started and I was able to, with Wrap Cash, get gas on the way home or get bread and milk on the way home, to now I don't have to worry about looking at prices. You know, when I go to the grocery store, I can just go shopping and put things in the cart.
it's changed everything. And my health, I am so much healthier. I'm off 3 medications because my body's in a healthier state. Like Lori said, I am a double diamond and I am engaged, and my fiance is a diamond on the team. And it just seems like, you know, when God has put this into our life and when we just work at it and share it with other people, and it just, it explodes and it grows organically on its own. So the parties are the way to reach people. And I can't thank you enough, Cammie, for putting that wrap on me that first time. That was, who knew then what was going to happen? It was amazing.
Love it. Thank you. I'm glad I got to put the wrap on your tummy.
Yeah, me too.
All right, Lori.
Thank you, Lisa. And so the next person I want to introduce for my panel is Katie Cole, and she happens to be an amazing sideline sister that I got to meet for the first time this summer in South Bend. She is a mom. She is a dog lover like myself, and she's absolutely got the passion for partying. And when you hear her speak, you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, I love this girl. I want every little tip and trick that she has for parties. So she also built her way to a diamond leadership level by partying and belly to belly. So Katie, are you here?
I am here.
Hey girl.
Hey.
Why don't you tell them how awesome you are?
Thanks. So I'm Double Diamond Katie Cole, and I am a sideline sister. I am under Kendra. And yeah, like she said, I do love dogs. I was a dog trainer, and I still dog train some. But now I get the privilege of getting to do it because I love to do it, and because I love dogs rather than just needing the income from it, which is amazing to me. I did go diamond fast. I party my way to diamond. And my favorite thing about partying is that I love people. I honestly love people. So I love getting to be around people, and I love, all the people on my team and in my business and my customers. And then I love getting to have all these awesome sideline sisters too.
Yay. And Katie, I have to apologize. I think I introduced you as a diamonds instead of a double diamond, but you're incredible. You're incredible regardless of your title. It's just a title, but
correct.
But yeah.
Well, she won't be there for long, right, Lori? She's only there for a moment anyways.
I am totally boxed for triples, so yeah.
Yay! Love it. Yay. Well, I had the honor to be on a panel with Katie and Lisa and lead our party panel. And so I'm just going to tell you a couple of tips that I have for parties to make them successful. We're going to talk about Zooms. We're going to talk about Facebook parties. I know there was a couple of comments about how to make a Facebook event party. We're going to talk about going live using picture. And so yeah. So I just want to start by saying, like, I go into a wrap party just with my one bag, and I have this bag from It Works, and this is the one and only bag that I take in, which you can get a bag from Walmart for like $5, or you don't have to have all the products. You literally just have to have your wraps. And in fact, you really don't even have to have your wraps. You can do a party on Facebook. You don't have to have any products, but you don't feel like you have to have every product in order to have a successful party, because you don't. Because honestly, your excitement is going to be from your mouth. So I take my one wrap bag in. I like to have wraps. I like to do a fat fighter demo. I like to sample greens, and I usually do the defining gel. If you have those products, great. If not, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. But just go in with one bag, and simply because if people are there looking at you and you're like lugging in balloons and flowers and doilies and totes and totes and totes of products, and be like, oh, I cannot do that. So you want to keep it super, super simple. And then these lap boards that I showed you that I got from the It Works store, you can actually get these, or you can just do the plain black boards, which if you go to Walmart, you can get these. These are 3-ring binders, and they're like 92 cents, I think. And I just cut the 3 rings off to do then lap boards to people when I go to a party. So I give everybody a lap board, and it has our party pad in it. And if anybody's interested in this tool, it is just like a greens ingredients list, and it just shows everything that's in our body. But grab this in the comments. I also have like a distributor form and highlight off like the information to fill out as a distributor, and I that's my passion. The business is my passion, and that's what I put on top. I assume the business that they're going to become a distributor on my team. And then I also have a loyal customer form, and I have highlighted off like what they need to fill out. And then they also get a pen. So everybody gets a lap board with the forms, the greens ingredients list, and then our new party pad, which, by the way, I love. I've used it a couple of times. Anybody can do this as long as you follow along this little booklet. It tells you exactly what to say. You cannot screw up a party. You can be by yourself and not screw up a party because you can point and read to exactly what it's saying. So anyway, bringing in the one bag and handing everybody out the boards with a pen, and you're assuming the sale. So I want to talk to Katie first. I want to talk to Katie about like how she invites and gets people to her events.
Can you repeat that? You broke up a little bit. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. So Katie, I wanted you to share with them, how do you invite people to a wrap party and how do you get them there?
Okay, so for me, I really like to do the Facebook event. And what I do is that I actually create that. Then I invite the host and make them a host of the Facebook event as well. And I want them to invite everybody, and then I actually send them the little verbiage to send out to everybody that they invite. Because how many of you guys out there have, somebody invited you to something through Facebook, but you missed that invite? It never showed up in your news feed. You didn't even know about it. And then it was like the day after it, and, it was like your niece's dance recital or something. Everybody posted all these cute pictures, and you're like, why wasn't I there? So I want to make sure that I tell my host, you need to send out this Facebook message through our event to invite everybody. And then I also like to make sure that I give them, the same message, pretty close to send out to everybody through a text message as well. And if anybody does not respond, to call them. Call that person on their personal phone and leave that message if they don't, answer the phone. And tell them tell them how much you really want them there, and that you don't want them to miss out on all the fun you guys are going to be having. Because let's be real, guys, everybody has FOMO. So we got to tell them, that fear of missing out. You don't want them to miss out on all the fun we're going to have, and how much you really want them there. Did that kind of answer your question?
Yes, it certainly did. I love that you make it personal and call. And I always say, your friendship is important to me. I value your opinion, and just tell them, and honestly, guys, like how many of us get invited to stuff on Facebook every day, like multiple different invites, and we just completely ignore it. But I'm serious, not one of those people have like sent me a private message or called me and said, hey, I would love for you to hop on and just check out what I do. There's no obligation, but I'd love your feedback. And if somebody would just ask me, like they have no clue how much I would be a supporter for what they have to offer, but people don't ask. And so that is absolutely key. And that's a great point, Katie, that you call and say, I totally want you on. I totally want you to come. Your friendship's important to me. I value your opinion. Say those things. And then one thing that I use, guys, just a tip I have, is I use an app. It's a free app called Hobnob. And that's HOBNOB. And it's just an invitation app. You can create like a sip and sample and type in like a little description. And I have this great description about, like, I say, hey, come check out the Botox in a bottle, which is our lip and eye cream. Try Wipe Out Wrinkles, our energy. Try our essential oils. Kids are kids are welcome. And I usually have wine, which I don't say, I mean, you don't have to have wine, but I know that wine is definitely a draw for a lot of women. Women like to gather and hang out around wine. So that is a draw. And so I can also put my verbiage in the comments for you guys to use to copy and paste as well. But with Hobnob, you can send out an invitation directly to text message or to Facebook Messenger and or email, but it's definitely keeping it personal. It looks like an event that was created specifically for this. So it's different than just doing a generic Facebook event, but again, keeping it very personal and sending it directly to their cell phone or their Facebook Messenger. So I love using Hobnob. And I think that since I've been using that, the turnout in our parties are higher. So, okay, now Lisa, I want to turn it over to you for a second. And I want you to talk about like what you do in preparation on the way to a wrap party. And let's say maybe they say only one person is coming. Do you cancel if there's just going to be one person there? And what is your mindset like on the way to your wrap party?
Oh my gosh, I'm taking so many notes here. You guys are amazing. On the way to the party, I'm so excited because I know that we are sharing something so wonderful with everybody. And I usually listen to really pumped up music. My mindset, I don't care if it's one person or if it's 10 people. Whoever is there, whoever shows up, they're the person that has my full attention because they're the one that's supposed to be there. A lot of times we invite people and they just don't show up. Something comes up at the last minute. It happens to all of us. But whoever is there, I want to focus on, and they're the person that's supposed to be there. So I want to focus everything I have on them. And they become the person that I'm developing that relationship with, even if it's one person. So one person, for me, can be just as much of a party as 5 people or 10 people. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, exactly. And so tell us how you, I know you do a lot of vendor events and blitzing. So how do you get a party on the books from someone that you met at a vendor event or from blitzing?
Okay. So I always am prepared whenever I'm out and about. In my purse, I have a zipper pocket where I have blitz cards. I have lead slips and I carry these, and there's several different ones that float around, but we have lead slips that we can get information from people on the spot. So let's say that I'm at a vendor event, people can enter to win, and there's a jar there that they can fill out to win. And a lot of people, they'll just put their name in because they want to win something. But a lot of times when you're at a vendor event, you get a really good conversation going with somebody and you know that they're interested in a product or the wraps, or they want to wrap, something like that. When you have that connection, those are the ones I star because I know that those are people that are going to be winners. So at an event, when I do an event, I call everybody back within the next 24 to 48 hours. And when I meet somebody out, I meet people in the grocery store, I meet people at the airport, wherever I meet them, I ask them when we get into a conversation about It Works, which again, I'm always wearing something green. I have on my It Works shirt, or I have on It Works earrings or an It Works necklace or a bracelet, something that brands me. And we get into a conversation and I will offer them a Blitz card, ask them if they've ever heard of It Works, or if they would like a coupon for my home-based business, whatever it takes to open that door. And when they're looking at that, I offer them the slip and I say, would you like to fill this out to win? Now, everybody wants to win, right? So they fill it out. So bottom line, I have a lot of these. I have thousands probably. And what I do is I follow up with them within 24 to 48 hours, like I said. And I kind of have a script that I go through as well. And if I'm leaving a message, I basically let them know who I am. Remember, we met at such and such event or at Martin's yesterday, the store. I'm calling you to let you know that I had my drawing and I'm so excited. You're one of my winners. Please give me a call back. And I leave my number. And a lot of times, actually more often than not, they will call me back because they want to know what they've won. And I do the same thing for vendor events. Now, when they do call me back or if they do answer the phone, I let them know that they're one of my winners. And of course they want to know what they won. And I tell them, and it can be anything. It can be $5 extra off the wrap from the coupon price, let's say, for example. And I say, you've won $5 off your wrap. You already got the coupon for 5 off. So now you get 10 off. Isn't that awesome? And then they're really excited. They're like, yeah, that's awesome. And so I immediately delve into a conversation about, okay, so what I'm doing right now is scheduling appointments for the next couple of weeks. What works better for you, evening or weekend? I don't leave it open-ended. I let them choose one or the other. Okay, I'm kind of directing the conversation. So let's say they choose a weekend, and I'll say Saturday or Sunday, morning or afternoon, and we lock in a time. And then I say, you know what? If you would like to invite your mother, a friend, a neighbor to join with you, we have a lot of fun when we do that. And I'll offer them the coupon price. If you have somebody that wants to wrap with you, I will give you $5 off for every additional person that wraps with you at 25. And all of a sudden, a light bulb goes on in their head, and they're like, "Oh, well, I never said the word party." So a lot of times people have that in their head. They don't want to have a party because they think they have to clean the house and make a tray, and do all this stuff, and they don't. But all of a sudden, we have a party. So in that case, all of a sudden, I'm being introduced to more people. So it turns into a party, and whether it's 2 more people or 5 more people, that's that many more people that I'm in front of, and that's how my network grows. And that's kind of how I schedule parties without actually calling it a party a lot of times, from the vendor events and from people that I meet just in my daily life with these.
Yes, that's so awesome, Lisa. That's actually what Val did to me when she started talking to me about It Works, and I had never heard of it before. She slipped that slip to me and said, here, fill this out. I'll put you in my weekly drawing. And I put my name and number and my Facebook on there, and of course, everybody wins. So you can decide what you want to give away as a distributor, but they're just like enter to win forms. Lots of times they're on the file section of your team page. If someone needs a copy, just message me and I'll be happy to get you one. But she just handed it to me and really didn't even give me a choice. She just said, here, fill this out. I'll put you in my weekly drawing. And of course, everyone wants to win. So I just filled it out. And she texted me shortly thereafter and said that I was her winner. So whether you give away like a 3-day sample of greens, or you give half off of a wrap, or bring a friend, I'll give you $5 off of a wrap session. You get to pick that, which is awesome. But I love how you build, Lisa, with cold market and vendor events and blitzing, and you turn those over into parties. So I want to talk about too, just about like having launch parties. I know a lot of you are on here new that you just joined for the $10 business builder kit, and you're like, okay, what do I do? Well, my suggestion would be to have 2 personal launch parties, and just get them on the schedule. You don't need, like, you seriously need like 24 to 48 hours notice for your friends and family, just because, like if you said, hey, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, my house, wine and food, you have a house full. And so you don't need a whole week to plan a wrap party. You can have, you can just have a couple of friends, like Kelly talked about your chicken noodle soup list, have a couple core people over and say, hey, check it out. And if your sponsor's local to you, then you should be having an in-home wrap party. And she can bring her wrap bag and she can demo out her products. And if you have one like on a Friday night and your friends say, oh, I can't come on Friday, say, that's okay, I'm having another one on Saturday or on Sunday afternoon at 2. So if they can't come to one, they can come to the other one. So always have 2 scheduled. And I want to talk about, I know we're pressed for time, but I want to talk about like doing a Zoom party and doing a Facebook party live, and then also using picture-in-picture, because that's like new technology. But the picture-in-picture, and then I'm going to turn it over to Katie to talk about something else with her wrap parties. But the picture-in-picture, if you guys haven't used it yet, when you go live, if you create a Facebook event and you go live within the event, you can invite a second person on. So I remember like growing up in the 70s and 80s, my dad would watch football on this screen, and then up in the corner, he'd have a secondary game playing. Well, it's like the same thing with picture-in-picture on live. So you can have your business partner be on your live wrap party with you at the same time. So if I'm in Indiana and she's in California, it doesn't matter. we can still be on together. So utilize that technology. And then also Zoom parties, you're face to face. So just give them the meeting ID number and you can be all over anywhere and you can be face to face on Zoom and do a party and just literally go through your party pad. You can do a Fat Fighter demo. You can show them the greens and do all that stuff through Zoom. So you don't have to be local. Now, Katie, I want to turn it over to you real quick and talk about closing because I know you are an excellent closer for wrap parties, and I want you to talk about the verbiage that you use to sign loyal customers and distributors at parties. Because I know like everyone's like, how do I close? How do I get customers and DTs?
Okay. So the first thing I want to tell you guys is that nobody is buying products. They are buying you. And this is really, really true when you sign up loyal customers, but it's even more so when you sign up distributors and have people join your team. Excited, guys. We're talking about parties right now, but I know a few people on there like asked like, what if only one person's showing up? What if, nobody's showing up? Well, guess what, guys? Like the host is going to show up. So that is a party. It is always a party and you need to be really, really super excited for that. What I do for closing is just like, they said, I always put the distributor sign up sheet before that loyal customer because I always assume that everyone is going to want to be a distributor. And I use very specific verbiage. I use this when I do my Facebook videos because I always go Facebook Live in there now to do that party pad presentation. And I also use it in my live, belly to belly Facebook parties. So what I say is when I'm talking about, the different ways that they can get stuff from us, they can become a loyal customer and they can save 40% on everything. Or I say, you can do what most people do, which that is the most important thing, is saying what most people, including myself, has done, is you can choose to become a distributor. Most people, guys, want to be like most people. So as crazy as it may sound, that is, something that I tell all of my distributors to say to people because it catches people attention and most people want to be like most people. And then I just ask people, I tell them that I say, you can become a loyal customer, you can become a or you can do what most people want to do. And what I've done and become a distributor, what seems best for you? And then I don't say anything, guys. I gave them those two options. I don't even talk to people about retail. Who's going to want to buy retail? Let's be real. Maybe people that are just millionaires and they don't care, but even still. So I give them those two options and then I say, so what seems best for you? And I say nothing. And it's gonna be a little awkward sometimes, especially, I've been in a room where there's been, 15 or more people sitting there and I say that and then I go totally silent and they all just stare at me for a second like, But guess what, guys? Somebody always answers. And 9 times out of 10, they say that, they're interested in being a distributor. So that is what I do because I don't want to prejudge anybody. I want to give them those options and then let them decide what they want to do after I've already given them the information that most people want to be a distributor like me.
Awesome. All right, you guys. All right. Well, Cammie, we're going to hand it back over to you. That kind of wraps up our 100's list and our party panel. I hope you guys got so much good information out of that tonight. I know I did. This was so good. And I'm so excited. You guys, don't forget, your office is your mouth. It needs to be open for business. It's all you need. Share the gift with everybody. You are going to change somebody's life. They will thank you for it down the road. So, Cammie, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, you bet. Oh, all right. First of all, I just muted everybody again because we had some background noise. But number one, I know you learned something tonight. And many of you might have had a team member that you wanted on this event and they couldn't get on because we were a packed house. So 2 things. I'm going to post this on YouTube. and we're going to put it out on Facebook. And I want to hear your aha moments from tonight. Maybe you have a tip or trick to add to something you heard tonight. We want to hear it. 240,000 new people joined our team. And what we want you to do is know that you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. Every time you get on a Zoom, you get to an event, we're going to share everything we know to help you be the most successful, because we believe that when you do one or two things that start to give you a little bit of traction, the rest is history. I love when Val was very honest and said that she approached only her cold market. I can relate to that completely. I did not go through my warm market. Anybody in my warm market had already heard of it. And quite frankly, I think I was too intimidated to share it with them anyway. So even if they hadn't heard of it, I probably wouldn't have said a thing to them anyways. So every single one of us has to know that whether it's our warm market, our cold market, or we're building a market, it's just about learning tips and tricks that are going to help us be more successful. And I just appreciate Val, Lori so much for leading tonight's call. You guys nailed it at that mini boot camp. And I just love learning from the field, because I believe that success leaves clues. You guys are having success for a reason. You guys didn't just get to a leadership level, but you've stayed there so that you're doing something right. And we're going to continue to elevate the right behavior that is getting the right results. So I'm going to get this on YouTube. I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to post a picture that just says, shout out to all of you tonight for sharing all your love with this incredible group. And if you were on tonight, I want you to share an aha moment on that post. And stay tuned. I'm going live tomorrow night. I'm going to do a live wrap party. Bring your guests, bring your potential